Central Board of Direct Taxes Committee of Government of India has modified certain income tax rules pertaining to the submission of ITRV, that is Income Tax Return Verification Form, which is required to be submitted within 120 days from the uploading of the return of income. Now this particular period, with effect from 1st of August 2022, has been curtailed from 120 days to 30 days of time. This particular period of 30 days is to be counted from the date on which the income tax return has been uploaded. If you are filing your ITRV by physical mode, then you will have to send it by speed post delivery, and the date on which the speed post receipt contains, which is the date of submission of our speed post delivery, then from that particular day 30 days will be counted. The third and most important point which is required to be remembered, that these provisions of submission of ITRV within 30 days will be applicable for all those returns which have been filed after and on 1st August 2022. The period of 120 days will remain unchanged for all those returns which have been filed on or before 31st of July 2022. Now this notification which the government has, Central Board of Direct Taxes has issued, has certain important connotation, and those connotations are very important. Now this makes the concerned income tax assessee to preserve speed post receipt till the time the assessment is being made, or you can have a photocopy of that in order to show the proof. In case you miss this particular receipt, you can approach the post office and get a certification that also will be held to be valid so far as considering the number of 30 days are concerned. Then if you fail to file this ITRV within 30 days of time, the consequences are comparatively severe than those what we have seen in the earlier times. The first and the foremost and the most important consequence that is likely to follow, that the return which is uploaded by you will be considered as non-est, which means that as if you have not filed the return of income, and as a result of which again you will have to file the return once again, and again the ITRV within 30 days will have to be filed. Now this is the major consequence which you will have to note, because there are certain lazy persons in the country in itself. They are uploading the return and they are under a presumption. Now since the return has been uploaded, only the ITRV is required to be submitted. Even if it is not submitted, condonation of delay will be there and many other things will be there. But note important point over here, that in this particular case now it will be considered as non-est, as if return has not been filed. And if in future the income tax department deletes that particular portion, then the income tax assessee will not have any documentary evidence or otherwise evidence to prove that the return has been uploaded. Then the second important consequence which is required to be remembered here would be that if the return has been filed after the due date, which is called as a belated return, then the concerned person or the taxpayer who was supposed to get refund from the income tax department will lose entire interest at 6% from the date on which it has been filed. The third most important point which is required to be remembered here would be that the taxpayer will have to ensure that the penalty for a delayed payment will be to the extent of rupees 5,000 if the return of income is above rupees 5 lakhs. If the return of income has declared income to the extent of less than 5 lakhs of rupees, then the penalty would be restricted to rupees 1,000. Technically it is not a penalty, but it is a fee which is required to be paid under section 234F of the Income Tax Act. Keep it in mind that the income tax officer reserves right to issue a notice under section 271F of the Income Tax Act for deliberate attempt in not filing ITRV. The last date for filing of income tax return for the financial year 21-22 has been curtailed by 3 months of time, and now the latest date, which is been considered to be the last date for filing income tax return for financial year 21-22 relevant to assessment year 22-23, is now 31st December 2022. Note one important point, that even if this last date will be over, still you have an option to update your return by filing an updated return, and that return will be available to you for a period of 2 years of time. That's all. If you like this video, please like and share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.